Hello, real talk right here. Over the years, when I wasn't feeling good and I would lay in the bed like this and talk to you all, because those of us with mobility issues, this is a very familiar look. And right now, and I got my shirt on and everything, but I'm not going to take my rollers out. Because those of you with natural hair growing up, you know, sometimes you have to keep your hair like this so it can look good when you got to go out. But real talk, you know, thinking about going places, like I've been running around town, all that. But when it's time to go to conference, when it's time to go to work, when it's time to show up and be appropriate, like the child that my mother raised, and I've always been this way because I've always been a big girl. I remember when I was like 14, my mother said, go to the mall, go to the store, to the woman's, I think it was called Woman's something in Southland Mall. It was called Woman's World. Woman's World. Go in there, go to the clearance rack, look on the rack and see what you see. And she always taught me intentionally, you know, being bigger, you have to dress, you know, a certain, you know, just, I don't know how she put it, but it meant you got to be nice, make sure you look good in your clothes. And the people who, hold on a second. Oh my goodness. The people who worked at the stores, you know, they would look out for you. They'd say, no, go, they don't, go put this on. Try this. Or they would save clothes and they would call the parents and say, we got this for you, this for your daughter. And like somebody, my mom, like somebody would go to Goldsmiths in the morning, somebody else would go to another store in the evening, or somebody would go to Catherine's or whatever the stores were that people shopped in Memphis, and they would look at the sales and look out for one another. And when I lived in Memphis as an adult, even when I got ready to go to a conference and I couldn't find something, I couldn't find a suit. Because back in those days, we wore suits. I went, Mama, I can't find a suit. My mother would go buy the suit, bring it to my job, and give it to me. You know, because she understands that it's important that I look appropriate. And I remember when I went to, when I worked at the University of Memphis, they had all the leaders got to go to a conference. They told Nicole to take me to a conference in Arkansas, in Little Rock. And I was like, I was the only one that wore a suit. But I didn't realize at that time that the housing culture was it was very casual. But it doesn't matter because in those days, I'm a big girl. I still got to look right. And so I'm sitting here, and on the one hand, I started getting excited about I want to call my mama, but I'm not. I want to call my mama, and I want to tell my mama I need help. Making sure that I look appropriate. And I'm not going to do that because, you know, I'm grown. And another thing is because, like, I live by faith and I don't live by sight. And so I got to, you know, I'm a child of the King, so I'm going to just, like, I'm a middle girl, so I cry, but I'm not going to call my mom because I know my mama, I know what to do, and I just need to walk in that. So when this journey of obesity, it comes with, I mean, I don't go out looking any kind of way. And when I did look any kind of way, I remember one of the drivers, the young drivers, he was like, you know better than to not have lotion on your feet, you know. But I was reading the theme this year for the Obesity Action Coalition is Your Weight Matters. And so I was looking at some of the hashtags. The hashtags are obesity education, weight management support, Your Weight Matters, National Convention, YWM 2025. And I was taking notes. I'm a student. I take notes. And it says, navigating weight together. And it says, science-based information, meaningful connections, understanding community. And then I met an African husband and wife team yesterday, and I told them, I said, I want to have a dress made, like sweetheart dress, like sweetheart, like off the shoulder and down like this with tape, like with a big wide band for my waist to accentuate my waist and go out like that, just like my dress, like this dress right here that I wore Friday night. I'm going to take this dress to show her. See how this dress right here, it really looks good on me. Sometimes I wear it with my pants when I exercise, but see how this dress is? It's like this, and then it's wide like this, but I want it to go down under my knees so that when I sit down, it'll still cover my knees a little bit. It don't have to cover it all the way. Or it could be like maybe 2 inches under my knees. I don't want it to be long because, you know, my legs big. It's okay. Y'all can see my big legs. But I have to look good, and, you know, you can't compromise that. And so I was telling her, I have a hat I got that Gerald had sent me a gift card. The only thing I could buy in the store was a hat and some earrings, because I ain't have enough to buy no shoes, Gerald. And I can't wear, he didn't know, I can wear smaller sizes, but you still have to allow for room. So it has to be a store that sells a lot of sizes. But anyway, I'm grateful because now I'm going to get to wear the hat he bought me. Well, that I bought, but he sent me the gift card for. So I want some gloves, like long gloves too, like that, because it's a gala. I want my hat, my gloves, and a sheer, like, wrap like that, because, you know, it's going to be cold, and you know I'm going to be cold. And so I started thinking about what colors I want to wear for the conference. So on Wednesday, I'm going to wear my blue dress, even though I'm not leaving till Thursday, but Wednesday I'm wearing my blue dress. On Thursday, I want to wear pink. And on Friday, I want to wear orange. And on Saturday, I want to wear white that day I want to wear white with a yellow flower or white flower. It's okay. I can wear white flower. And then on Sunday, I want to wear yellow. Then Saturday night, I want to wear, for the gala, I want to wear my dress. And then they're going to have a costume party that Friday night. So I want to go as Supergirl, but I need another dress like that, like, you know, like when them super women, they be doing like this right here, like that, like Wonder Woman. So I want a Wonder Woman dress, but I want it to say, maybe if I can get her to make me a simple dress, like a costume, it could be like, let me write it for you, Supergirl, I don't know. But I just want to, and I got the mask, so I just want that. So, you know, it takes a lot as a bigger girl to be appropriate. It takes a lot for a lady, because I got to get my nails done, my toes done. My skin is good, but I got to get the shimmy, and they're going to have exercises all throughout the day, the whole conference. So now I got to get exercise clothes, because once again, I got to look right. I can't go I can't go anywhere looking any kind of way, especially not that far from home. So, what I'm going to figure out, because I got to figure this out. I got to do an Amazon store. So Amazon wish list, which I've been put things on that wish list a lot. So I have to figure out how to share that in case anybody else wants to help me with that. It's just, It's just, that's just what you do. And after I got to thinking, I'm like, goodness, it's June the 22nd. And it's like July 24th. So I was just like, oh my goodness, that's close. So I'm starting to panic. And this is why obesity is about emotions, about how you deal with stuff. So, and that's why it's important. You gotta eat real food, because when you eat real food, your brain, it helps you to make better decisions. And I'm also thinking about changing my career focus to weight. I love the way it says weight management support. And I'm thinking, how can I make money as a weight management support professional? So, but I love resumes. I love careers. I love all the career stuff. I love that because it's a place of hope that fits me. So maybe I can do a little bit of both. I saw a speaker yesterday. She was not a good speaker, but she was an excellent professional. And I said to her, I said, you need me to help you. I said, next time you have a speech, I'm going to help you. I said, because you're shy, aren't you? She said, yeah. I said, I talk a lot. See, I said, I can help you, and you can help me too. So I'm going to work on that. But you see, a person who has mobility issues, I got that. You see a person who has weight to lose, I got that. So when I tell you that the energy that you spend beating yourself up, it's not good. And you've got to stop it. Because the energy you spend beating yourself up and speaking badly about yourself, you got to use that energy to figure out how you're going to get there. And you got to tell yourself, you know, I can do it. I can do it. You know, you got to. And so I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this time in my life, in my journey. I'm so grateful. I don't really be meditating no more, not lately, but I need to. But what I do, I just be listening to the word. I just be calming down. I just be speaking in Ebonics. I just got through reading a history of a slave who was born in 1836. No, her mother maybe was born in 1836, but she was enslaved, and then they got free. And she talks about how mean the master and the mistress would beat them. And when they got freedom, the master said, if y'all want to stay, I'll pay you something. And she was like, no, we ain't going to stay because you treat us that mean. Because you didn't have to treat them that mean, but you did because you could. And then you expect somebody to stay there with you? So I'm like, what kind of people could treat another person that way? They're evil. They're demons. Only demons could beat another human being. Beat them and beat them and beat them and beat them. Don't feed them. And they said they would sleep a little bit and go in the woods and pray. And they would pray for freedom because they heard it was coming. And they would and so, then they moved to Texas from Louisiana when freedom came. And so when you hear stories like that, and they're trying to erase our history because they don't care about us. They care about us as money-making things, money-making creatures. And you have to understand that. And of course, that's not everybody, but that's the mindset of everybody. And those people who are in power and the way that they do that. And people do this with people who are fat. They say you're lazy, you're not working hard. When they take away and tax us to death, and you don't qualify for services, you have to be really broke to qualify for all of this stuff. People talking about welfare and all. You're there with nothing. I don't qualify for food stamps. They tell me I make too much money. You have to be broke. Like, you have to have nothing, okay? And to boot, when you die, if you don't change your house into somebody else's name and your family, they'll take your house if they want it when you die. So people do that to fat people. Stop eating McDonald's. Oh, she's on welfare. I mean, more white people on welfare than black people. It's more white people here than black people. So all the stuff people say, you gotta get that out of your mind. That's why you said, remember, say your mama, your daddy, your grease grandmammy. However, that doesn't take away from the fact that this journey it's not hard. It's the life that we're living. So it's not really hard. It's the life we're living. It may be hard for me to move a bit sometimes and move and turn and all of that and scared I'm going to break a seat or something like that. But it's the life that I have. So I'm grateful for it because I could be gone. Think about that. I could be gone in my grave. And on top of that, I was watching another lady who weighed 500 pounds, and she was taking 30 medications. I take like 5. I take hair vitamins, allergy, 2 blood pressure pills, and the gout pill. And, and the one for ADD, that's 6. Oh, Lord. Well, I got to get off this medicine, okay? Honey, this channel is called Lose Weight With Me. It's real. It's serious. It's real. This is what happens when, people say they stroked out. We're stressed out. We're stressed out and with all the things that cause us or that contribute to us or to me. That's another thing you got to do. Stop saying we and them. Say me and I. That caused me to overindulge. And half of it is mindlessly. I don't even really know I'm doing it. But let me share this with you before I let you go. And I appreciate any support that you give me, and I'm going to continue to ask for it. And I want you to ask for something that you need too. I don't want you to feel ashamed of asking for what you need, because you know what? There are people who have an overabundance. When I didn't have but $7 and some change, the lady was like, I said, can you help me? Because it wasn't flat. So if it's like a bump, I need help getting my wheelchair across the hump because I don't want to fall out of it. I've fallen out of my wheelchair twice. And she was like, well, I'll buy you what you want. And I was like, she said, you want some water? I said, no, I have some water in my bag. We don't ask for more than we need, So I just want you to know that it's perfectly okay to ask for help. It's perfectly okay to seek assistance. It's perfectly okay. I just saw a young lady. She saved her money and moved to Houston from Seattle for a whole year. I was like, I need to do that. Not necessarily move, but I need to save some money. I need to make some money and save some money for a whole year so that I can be all right. Or I need to save some money because I want to get my deck redone. So I want it to be like this bow. Then I want an octagon right here. This is deck, then an octagon right here. And then I want a swing set over here with some bars. And I want the wheelchair, the deck to make a wheelchair ramp that goes like that. So people can either walk off like that curve or roll my wheelchair off. Ow, 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 ow. And then I want a pavement, like a sidewalk that go from here all the way to the side of my house, so I can be not in the grass on my wheelchair. And I actually always wanted that because I'm like, if I want to walk in my yard, what if I don't want to walk in the grass? So that's what I want. So we gotta dream about it, baby. And so that's the thing. If you have mobility issues, if you have weight to lose, you gotta dream about it. You know why? What Ella Fitzgerald said. She said, you can't have a dream. Hold on a second. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna tell you something else that made me feel better. These are $2 straws. I had a whole pack of them from Pop Shelf. And I was like, see, straws make me feel better because they're like sturdy straws. So This journey is very serious. It's very heartfelt. We're changing. We're moving. I'm changing, rearranging my life. I'm getting rid of my woman and stop cheating on my wife. I'm changing, rearranging my life. Oh, baby, rearranging my life. Only a fool is a fool all his life. So I thought about going to the Juicy Body Goddess, but like I said, I'm gonna wait until my birthday, and maybe I'll be down. Maybe I can get down 100 more pounds, and then I'll be like in the 300s. Alexa, stop. Or maybe closer to the like under 350. And then I can go when I'm 250. So that way I can get some clothes, and give me like an incentive. And then I don't want to go now because then they're in Charlotte. So that's like transportation, hotel, all of that. When I can just, probably when I'm under 350, I can just drive. And I won't necessarily need my wheelchair, or I can use my manual wheelchair, or I can rent a wheelchair when I'm there. That might be a little bit better because then it'd be cheaper. But really, it's cheaper to just fly, really, and use my own wheelchair and just go to the hotel and get wheelchair transport back and forth. That's really cheaper. It's really not. I just drive. But I'm going to tell you something. That thing that broke in North Carolina, it broke again. So I don't want to drive through there. I'm not driving through there no more. Through, like, you go through East Tennessee, then you go through North Carolina that way. No, sir, no, ma'am. You take, what is it, 75? Or you take 40, then you take 75. I ain't going through there. I'm going to have to go through Georgia because I ain't trying to get stuck. I ain't trying to get killed. I ain't trying to get flooded out because they don't be telling you. They be trying to kill that folks out. They don't care. So anyway, thank y'all. It's serious. When we as bigger women, as women, getting ourselves put together, it's expensive. It's serious. It's costly. You have to think it through. So, I appreciate that. And I wanted to share that because I think some of y'all, well, first of all, some of y'all think I'm in pain all the time, which is hilarious. I mean, if I was in pain all the time, I'd be saying that every day. But in fact, I am not in pain all the time, even though my knees kind of feel a little funny with me rubbing it. It might be time for a knee shot. I haven't had a knee shot April, May, June, July. I haven't had a knee shot in 4 months, so it might be time for me to get one. So I'll definitely get one. If they're still aching, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Or today between 4 and 5 o'clock. If they're still aching, like say Thursday, I'll call and get an appointment. Maybe they have the medicine in now. I don't know. So thank you. This channel is called Lose Weight With Me. I invite you, if you have knee pain, back pain, chronic pain, lipedema, lymphedema, all the stuff, honey. If you haven't, come on over here with me. We're going to support each other while you do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. We're going to do it together, okay? We're headed to the Obesity Coalition Conference, and I want to get everybody involved in it. Here is the 1-800 number. It's 1-800-717-3117. Give them a call. These are the hashtags. Put that in the comments. Hashtag obesity education, hashtag weight management support, hashtag your weight matters, National Convention, YWM 2025, hashtag Obesity Action Coalition. And I appreciate them. This is 20 years in the making. So if you want to donate to my participation, go right ahead. My hashtag is DebraAnnMatthews in Venmo or in a Cashapp. If people sent $20, I mean, that's going to help. Every penny helps, okay? Thank you. Comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. Peace and hair grease. Thank you. You got this. Bye.